That is a fact.
Yeah. All right,
Fine.
so whenever Caleb's ready, please.
Caleb, we are recording whenever you want.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very, very special episode of Generation Dan. I am your Zoomer representative hosting the Zoomer takeover of Generation Dan today. My name is Caleb McDuff, and I'm joined by my other two very lovely co-hosts.
I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial.
And I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. I'm your Gen Xer. Or, Father Time. Whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, today is the beginning of the Zoomer revolution. And of course, if these lovely non-Zoomers want to not be beheaded by the army of Zoomers that is going to take over the world, they're going to have to prove that they are down with the Zoom. So, I have prepared today a little quiz, a little test, just to see if they are hip to the times, if they're going to be cool with the kids, and at the end of this, we'll decide if you are going to be sacrificed to the revolution or if you're cool enough to hang out.
So, Dino, what I'm hearing is that we need to be hip to be square or else we're going to fucking die. Is that what I'm getting from this? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like the Zoomer revolution is plagued with rampant unemployment, but, hey, I'm game.
Hey, you and me both, buddy. It's so. For real though, this isn't like a very special episode. Like we're gonna be like, don't do drugs, kids. It's not like that. It's
do all the drugs.
We're doing a quiz show for this episode. And how does this work exactly, Caleb?
So, if any of the Zoomers that are cool and part of the revolution are watching this, they're going to be very familiar with what we're doing right now. We're going to be doing a Kahoot, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what Kahoot is.
So, for these boomer boys that don't know what Kahoot is something that all of my Zoomer brethren have used many times throughout their school days. We've taken quizzes on it. We've made quizzes for each other on it. It's a grand old time. Literally, it's just a platform where we can make quizzes and share them with each other. And it's going to determine if you guys are going to have a seat in the revolution or not. Okay. So if we want to go ahead and get over to the Kahoot screen here.
This one?
All right.
This is the one.
So for people who are just listening to this, I think we should be reading this stuff out loud, just in case.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, Atlas and Dino, are you ready to determine if you have a seat at the Zoomer table?
Absolutely
oh my God.
In our Zoomer quiz. So the first one, just to kind of get you guys used to the format, is going to be a little bit of a freebie here, but let's get started.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Kahoot at
home. So you think you know Zoomers?
Oh my God.
Not really.
All right, let's get it started here. So question number 1. These are a delicious treat, cleaning product, Zoomer currency, or the keys to entering the Matrix?
That's the okay. I don't know if he's kidding or not. That's the problem.
It's not a joke.
Yeah,
but that's the joke.
Yeah. You have,
this is how the young people are. Okay, I've learned this. I learned this with millennials too. Is the joke isn't the joke. The joke is that it's not a joke, and that's the joke. Joke.
Okay.
It's not over yet. Time's up. Why did I lose time?
Because there was a countdown.
So these are timed.
Yeah,
and that's okay. So with this one, I would have accepted. With this one, I would have accepted any answer. These are all true. All of these are, in fact, accurate when it comes to the. And for those of you listening, it was in fact an image of Tide Pods. That was the question there. So any answer would have applied there. So now that you kind of know, Dino, you got a little bit of time. So you'll have about 30 seconds per question.
I'm not sure what I'm bothered more by, the answers or the fact that participation was all you needed to be successful. Both bother me.
So that was
right now.
Okay,
so listen.
So wait, I'm thinking that like the keys to enter the first 3 are like okay that like runs with the meme. There's the actual thing and then the meme and then the 4th one you were just like okay what do I do for the 4th answer? And then you watch Matrix 4 and you're like, that's it. That's how you do it.
Well, yeah, because if you're a Zoomer, you know that if you eat Tide Pods, you unlock the secrets to living in the simulation. Right. So that's why so many of us are eating them. That's why so many of us are woke now. That's why we march in the streets, and that's why the revolution's happening.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it's more of a meander down the streets, but go on.
Yeah.
All right, Dino is not looking good, and the guillotine's getting warmed up. But hopefully, we can fix
Better
this.
be a
in the next
triple
number of
XL
questions.
guillotine. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we
All
got
right.
we got to run it again. It only went a quarter of the way through his neck. I don't know why it happened. Just do it again.
It just got
I'm like,
stuck.
should I
on
roll
3/4
over?
of the way
I
down.
feel like there's a little extra air on the back.
Does someone have a bread knife? All right.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to question 2 here. So now that
Yeah.
you kind of know, you got about 30 seconds per
Okay.
question. They're multiple
Okay.
choice. And from here on out, no more freebies. There is
Okay.
only one right answer.
Okay.
Okay.
So Atlas is taking first place here. With
Is it the
with-
faster
with
I
pressing
answer,
the
the
button.
more points I get?
That is also correct. Yes.
Is also
Yeah.
correct. All
That is
right, I
also
like it.
true.
All right, here we go.
All right. Question number 2. What is the name of this meme character? Is it Pepe the Frog? DeFrog? Feels bad, man. Or okay. You guys got that fast. You guys know
Yeah.
what's up. All right. So
we
you guys
know that right wing shitheads are like running around with this.
All right.
for whatever
Cool.
reason.
Cool. So you guys know your
Pepe
meme
the
character.
Frog is a right wing thing? I just thought it was a frog.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it started as like a children's book character, and then the like fascists were just
so
like
Multiple
yeah.
golden frogs.
So it actually
I'll tell
started
you
as a web comic.
Yeah.
Oh,
It started
okay.
as a web comic, and then there was one panel of Pepe the Frog saying "Feels bad, man," and then that's what started the meme.
Yeah,
And
because
then
it messed with
eventually-
Jordan.
Yeah, eventually around 2016 or whatever, because of like 4chan and the whole troll culture and like Donald Trump being a troll, they just kind of like usurped Pepe the Frog and then kind of turned it into a bit of like a fascist thing.
Makes sense.
But Pepe in and of itself is not a fascist icon.
Okay, so Pepe the Frog, Da Frog, Feels Bad Man, or 4chan Frog, which
I feel like there are a lot of my generation going, "Oh, that's the 4chan frog." Trying
Yeah.
to be hip.
Yeah.
And you're like, "You're not cool."
Yeah, no, you're
You're
not
not
cool,
cool.
and
Yeah.
you will be, the revolution will not
Okay.
spare you. But you guys are cool. So far, you guys got that one.
Okay, maybe
was
we
good.
should wait until he reads out the 4 answers.
I mean, hey, if you guys got
Yeah.
it, speed is of the essence. You guys, can
Okay,
be quick.
fine.
That's all
All right.
good. That's
doesn't
all
matter
good.
to me. I'm
All
down
right,
to
Sure,
kick
I
Dino's
answered
ass.
I answered way faster than Atlas, just so you know.
So we
Don't
will
kill
move
me.
on to question 3.
Hey,
Dino got some points there. He's on the board. Question number 3. Who is this meme character? Is it a Wojak, the Sad Boy, the Virgin, or Zoomy?
I actually kind of don't know the answer to this. I think it's this.
No, I'm wrong.
Oh!
Oh, damn.
Neither of you guys got it.
Who the fuck is Wojak?
You guys don't
I-
know what Wojaks are.
I know it's the meme where it's like,
Oh.
no, you can't do this thing, and then it's haha something go brr or whatever it is, right?
Bro, Wojaks are interesting. Wojaks it started off as just like a very generic, like just like white silhouetted face, basically.
Yeah.
And they have kind of spawned like a vast like series of spin-offs, if you will. There's tons of like different like Wojak faces that
Like Yao Ming? Is that the Yao Ming one?
no,
No,
not-
that's just Yao Ming.
yeah, that's just Yao Ming. So neither of you guys got that. Neither of you guys knew
Yeah.
about Wojak.
I was gonna click Virgin as well. I clicked Sad Boy. And I was like, Wojak seems it's definitely not Zoomy. Definitely
Yeah.
not Zoomy. But I was
Yeah, that
like,
one
Sad
I did.
Boy, he's crying, he's sad.
Yeah.
Virgin, maybe because he's sad.
Well, because I
Uh,
thought it was like the Virgin and then like the Chad, right? That's the
Yeah. So there are Virgin and Chad Wojaks as well. That's kind of where
yeah.
kind of
I
So
didn't know it was
Wojak
called
is like the
it's like the archetype. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the format.
yeah type of meme that things exist under. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
All
Damn,
right.
You know, and I lost our streak.
Let's move on to question number 4 here. Neither of you guys got that one right, so
Yes.
the positions have not changed. There's 13 questions in this quiz, by the way.
Okay.
Question number 4. Zoomer Simps went absolutely wild for this influencer's gamer girl battle.
Oh God, I
She
don't
is
know the
known as-
answer.
Amaranth, Alinity, Belle Delphine, or Pokimane?
I am
What?
so gonna be under the boot of the Zoomer heel after
What
this.
Is
Fuck.
this Zoomer's name? And if you get this one wrong, Simps are going to go wild and they're going to cut your pepperonis off because you don't
Yes.
respect their queen.
Before we started filming, Atlas showed us his pepperonis. It was horrible.
He showed us the pepperonis and they will be sacrificed.
My
They
nipples are
were not
average size,
healthy.
thank you
They were
very
not
much.
healthy looking pepperonis. I'll tell you that. A little bit salami sized.
They were more like
Damn it.
kielbasas.
Damn it.
Oh, again with the double miss. So that was.
I remember the bathwater thing. I can't remember her name. That's the problem.
So yes, this is Belle Delphine, and she famously she blew up on social media, got a bunch of following on her Patreon, and she started selling her used bathwater. It was called Gamer Girl Bathwater, and people went absolutely nuts for the stuff. Amaranth.
I feel like Bella Delphine is her pseudonym, whereas Amaranth is actually her real name, because that's what Zoomers have, weird first names. But Belle Delphine is like, no, that's Greek. That's not.
I find that
And a little
ironic.
French. Go on.
I find that ironic considering I'm the millennial and I have the weird name out of the three of us. Yours is a pseudonym. He's got a normal name, and then
Yeah, I just have very generic white kid that plays with Legos at lunch name.
Oh fuck!
Off-brand logo Legos. Let's be honest.
Mega Blocks.
Mega Blocks. I got.
You ever have the random Mega Block in the bucket of Legos and you try and fit it but it won't quite fit? And
it's just never quite. No, I had neither when I was growing up. I was a Lincoln Logs boy because we were the projects. So yeah, these other three, Amaranth, Alinity, and Pokimane, these are all Twitch streamers. All very popular, except for Alinity. She's not that popular. But Amaranth, hugely popular. Pokimane, hugely popular. And then Belle Delphine was what we were looking for there.
Pokimane, I thought that was you did that as a fake name where it's oh, you kids and your Pokemans or whatever. That's a real person.
Yeah, that's a person. That's a real. That's a real person. Yeah. So the thing about Zoomers is that a lot of this is going to be internet culture related because that's what we grew up on. We are the generation of the internet.
And I'll get these tangentially, but not the real names or whatever. I remember what's her name from 90 Day Fiancé selling her farts in a jar. You guys
Stephanie Matto. We just did a clip on that on Idiot Says What, and trust me, it's jokes. She's like, I'm the Einstein of farts. I'm like, number one, that's not something you can Einstein. And I would not be the Einstein of farts. I'm just saying. This face would be the Einstein of farts.
My girlfriend and I made chili for dinner one night, and it was a chorus of farts that night. It was for both of us, we were just we're not going to sleep because we're just farting up a storm. Both of us, we are both committing war crimes underneath these blankets.
Listen, the worst part is when you lift the blankets up and it's moist air that comes out, and you're like, no!
Oh my god,
Dino!
Dude, it's a freaking stinky sauna over at Dina's house. That's so bad.
I've done that before. I went to a cabin once, and I was like, oh, I don't feel too well. I'm going to go sleep. And the bedroom I was sleeping in was right off of the main hangout area. Yeah. I got up to go to the bathroom. Everyone regretted me opening that door. It was horrific. Go on.
You hotbox the bedroom with your own farts. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, but war crime farts. There was a lot of cabbage involved and kielbasa and stuff like that.
War crime farts was a rejected name for this podcast.
There's always season 2.
You can tune in to my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/warcrimefarts, and we will be discussing all kinds of things related to war crimes and maybe farts. So let's move on to question number 5 of the quiz. This creator, known for his musical career now under the name Joji, used to create YouTube videos under the name Trainwrecks TV, Filthy Frank, Oni NG, or JonTron. So this guy started out on YouTube several years ago in the 2010s. Got a lot of success, but kind of took a step back, quit, and now he is more in the mainstream, making music.
I thought that was the guy from Flash.
Aha! I got it this time.
All right, so Atlas knew the Filth. He is one of the tribe of Francis of the Filth. Meanwhile, Atlas said JonTron.
No. Dino said JonTron.
I said JonTron.
I said Filthy Frank.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I got that right.
Well, you said my name twice. So you said Atlas.
Oh
said
shit!
Filthy
Okay,
Frank,
my bad.
Atlas.
Yeah. No, Atlas did it.
Atlas does not like not being in control. This is very entertaining for me.
What?
I was like, no, this isn't special. We're doing a quiz.
Did you ever watch any Filthy Frank videos, Atlas? Is that how you knew that?
Not fully. I kind of got it by osmosis.
By osmosis.
Yeah, I know that I don't think this is him, but I always associated with him that it's time to stop. That guy.
That is him.
That is him. Okay.
Yep.
All
right. So Atlas kind of knows what's up with the memes. Dino, it's not looking good for you right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, let's be honest. I'll kill myself before anyone else will take me out. That's just I'm a robot from the future. It's not going to work out well. It's just...
Dino, it seems like your only path to freedom right now is going to be through the Tide Pod ritual, and that's not going to be
well, can't say I'm not willing to try.
But hey, maybe there's some redemption for you here. We'll see. I'm not sure. Because next up, I believe we got our first true or false.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And true or falses are worth double points.
Oh, shit.
So, before 2011, the massive streaming platform known as Twitch.tv was known as Justin.tv. Is this true or false? Oh! Who got it wrong?
Me.
Dino!
I literally guessed. I cannot. I
had no idea. I was like, no, it's always been Twitch. It's the kids that are wrong. That's like, no idea.
I completely guessed that.
Damn it. Same here.
So yeah, before Twitch became the mega platform that it is, it was known as Justin TV, and Justin TV was popular for it was made specifically for this one guy. He was kind of broadcasting his life. He kind of just had like a real life stream. He kind of streamed most of the time, and it turned into Twitch, which was probably dominated by games. But now the Twitch meta is titties and hot tubs. So in a way, it's kind of gone full circle into where we're back into real life and appreciating human beings
and their titties.
And their titties. That's what's beautiful about Twitch. So Atlas is pulling ahead pretty healthily here.
Yeah, that's right, Dino. Suck it.
So, Dino, would you rather eat the Tide Pods, or we could perhaps arrange for you to manage one of the new several thousand Starbuckses that will be opening?
I would take nothing less than district
Starbucks.
Manager. A district manager for unionized Starbucks, I'll take that. That's okay. Definitely, yeah. But let's be honest, I'm very selective at what I put in my mouth.
No, you're not. Come on.
I've never heard those
parts. That's
selective in the sense that it has to be real food. That's it. That's not even good, not good, just real.
And if you remember from the first question, Tide Pods are in fact a delicious treat, so you should not have any issue.
Or getting into the Matrix. That's good for him.
Question number 7. Speaking of Twitch, this streamer makes more than $8 million a year streaming live to tens of thousands of people daily. Is this Mizkif, Ludwig, Soda Poppin, or XQC?
I have no idea.
This is the number one individual streamer in the world right now.
He shouldn't have that as a job.
He's a former professional Overwatch player turned streaming superstar, and he makes buku bucks. Really, all he does now on Twitch is he just watches MasterChef live. So you guys thought you guys. So I'm assuming Mizkif was a guess for you guys.
It was very much a guess. Yes.
It was a guess. Well, yes. Can I ask what led you to guess Mizkif? Was that
Jewish?
Looks yeah. So he's actually French Canadian.
Oh, that's even worse. Sorry.
I based it off nothing. I just kind of did a little roulette wheel in my head and went red, and then that was it.
Red. All right. So again, neither of you guys getting that one right. Dino, you've gotten one right? I think
I've gotten one right.
You've gotten one right,
and I got it really right. Boom, right off.
Yeah, Dino got it really right.
Yeah.
Because Dino knows about the one thing that is also related to fascism in this quiz, which is weird.
Yeah,
that's very.
Let's be honest. My generation, we get one thing right, and then we hold on to that for dear life and rub it in everyone's face. It doesn't matter what they do
for forever.
So, for forever. So that second question, I kicked Atlas's ass for the second question, forever and ever. The rest of the game inconsequential to me and my generation. Come on,
because it seems like the silent generation is like you guys are fucking sliders, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool, it's fine.
Remember that one time where we weren't racist? Fuck you, old people. Yeah. So that's that's kind of what we do. Okay. So
remember How I Met Your Mother? Those guys were Gen Xers.
Oh man,
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother. No, Zoomers are all about the. No, I'm not even going to say the Big Bang Theory because that just hurts me. But it's kind of true. It's kind of true, and it hurts, and I refuse to accept it.
I feel like everyone's just en masse becoming losers. That's what it really is.
Yeah, we never had the next great like group of friends sitcom because you had like Cheers, then Friends, then.
Well, they had to be principled and have like real jobs instead of what Friends had, which was there was like one job, maybe two real jobs in that, and you never really figured out what Chandler did.
Yeah,
he's a transponsor. I don't know what that is. Anyways,
I have no idea, but yeah, we haven't seen anything past How I Met Your Mother, which, like, going off that logic, it should have been around 2015, 2016. When it started, but it didn't because some shit happened.
Yeah. So as we progress through the quiz, I'm not sure if it's the next question or not, but Zoomers didn't really watch that much regular TV.
Yeah.
We watched a lot of YouTube, and in 2017, aka the year I graduated high school, famous YouTuber Logan Paul got in trouble after filming a corpse in, was it Redwood National Park?
No.
Oh, Montverde. Okigahara, or his backyard, and it is correct. That is Okigahara Forest in Japan.
What?
I meant to click on the yellow.
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
You didn't.
The suicide forest, right?
It is. That is correct. He went to Japan and did a video of the suicide forest, filmed a corpse, and posted it on the internet because he thought that was a good idea.
Yep.
We got into some hot water for that.
And now he's getting his ass kicked in like MMA fights. And it's kind of
except that he's not, and they're fake, and he's making bank. Anyways.
Yeah, they're making.
Anyways.
Yeah, they're still making bank even after filming corpses. So the answer
is my problem. Yeah, it's people who aren't skilled making money at skilled jobs. I have a real problem with that. He's not a skilled fighter. The people he's fighting are actual fighters, and he's making mad cash for zero reason, just because hey, I'm fun to watch. Look at me. That's not a thing.
All right, so
some Mr. Derp energy from South Park. Derp.
So I guess what we all learned after the Jake Paul or the Logan Paul debacle is that after we execute Dino for not being cool enough with the Zoomers, I'm going to film his corpse and put it on the internet and make millions of dollars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel like that'd be a 2-part episode.
Definitely a 2-part episode because we need a lot of time to get from the top to the bottom of the frame. Anyway,
a lot of real estate. A lot of real estate.
Moving on.
Hey.
All right, Dino finally getting some points back here.
Yeah.
Dino finally getting some points back here. I don't know if he can catch up, but we'll see. Question number 9. Another YouTube series. This YouTube series was a quintessential part of every Zoomer's childhood.
I know this one.
It's called Unicorns in Paradise, The Search for Candy Mountain, Charlie the Unicorn, or Once Upon a Time. Nice. Yes. I was hoping you guys would know this one because it's a little bit of more old school internet lore.
Oh, they took my freaking kidney.
You guys might be done. They took my kidney.
Yeah. I feel like that was a precursor to BoJack Horseman that isn't really acknowledged, right?
Yeah, no one really talks about Charlie anymore.
Yeah, it's that same kind of energy where he's a horse with a horn, and then he's just like, I hate everybody, I don't want to do anything. And then they just slapped Hollywood on top of it, and then that's how you get Charlie Horseman.
Charlie Horseman with no kidneys. Dino, do you get down with Charlie the Unicorn? Did you know that, or did you guess?
I guessed.
You guessed.
100% guessed.
Well, that's a good guess.
Search for Candy Mountain. That's not a thing. Once Upon a Time, already a TV show, and it's not that good. Unicorn Paradise? No, people don't believe in paradise anymore. That's an old thing. Charlie Unicorn? That seems unreasonably stupid. Let's do that.
Well, because like the Search for Candy Mountain is the first one, right?
Yeah, that's like that's like the premise, or like the first Charlie the Unicorn or whatever.
That's an episode title for sure. Series? Definitely not. But Charlie the Unicorn? Hey, let's hear what Charlie has to say.
Charlie the Unicorn.
This is fucking retarded. Yeah.
I spent many hours just watching and rewatching Charlie the Unicorn as a middle school boy.
Well, that bums me out.
All right, so you guys both got that one right. Atlas still has a healthy lead, but Dino's got some points. More points than I thought he was going to get, to be honest.
Same. I feel the same way about that.
Let's move on here to question number 10. Another true or false, double points.
All right.
True or false? Approximately 70% of Zoomers report depression and anxiety being the biggest problem among their peers. Simple. True or false?
I think it's true, but my guess is that like the number's wrong. No,
So it is true.
All right. Yeah.
This is according to a report by The Economist that I looked up yesterday because I was super sad. And I had to think, all right, am I alone? Am I alone? Are Zoomers just sad? And the answer is yes. So many Zoomers are sad. In fact, Zoomers are so sad that they report depression and anxiety being a bigger problem than bullying, than addiction, than death. Any of those other stressors.
I feel like the bullying leads to the So no.
So this is the thing. Is my generation, we weren't allowed to feel sad. If you feel sad, just feel happy, idiot. That's where that came from.
Okay.
Oh, you're dumb? Read a book, stupid. Like that was the idea, because it was the fuck around and figure out. Like that's what we did.
Yeah.
So in actuality, like I for myself have found out that there's a lot of issues that I've had that I've been working on just because I just didn't know what they were, right? So that's kind of twofold with regards to everything having a name now versus before when it was like, I don't know, maybe you're just a pussy. Which that's not really nice, and it's not,
The issue is a lot more visible now, for sure.
Well, it's rampant.
It's rampant, and it's being acknowledged as well.
Which is, I think, a positive. I think it's a positive thing that's being acknowledged.
Yeah.
I feel like most of these things, like maybe not in terms of people's brain chemistry, but in terms of people's situations, like just having a better social safety net and jobs that are fulfilling would probably help a lot, because having to go into the late stage capitalism hellscape of the workforce is very depressing.
Okay, but this is where you're missing out, in my opinion, Atlas, and this is what we're trying to fix over the last 30 years, is that your job doesn't have to be fulfilling, but your job should fulfill the necessities that being employed should fill. That's where it comes down to things like minimum wage was established so that one income household could survive and not have to worry about power and being turned off, having food on your table and things like that, right? So the problem is people are like, well, you should enjoy your job. No. Just do your job. That's what you should be, active and a productive member of society. That should not relegate an issue of, well, does serving coffee deserve a living wage? No. Nobody deserves a non-living wage. That's just it. That's the stupid part. That's what we're trying to overcome.
Yeah.
All right? That's why it doesn't make any sense. That's why people are depressed. Yeah, you know why? Because we live in a depressing time. Where the fact is that instead of creating incredible things by making mankind suffer, like history has shown to do on a regular basis, instead, we're just making everyone suffer so a few people become ridiculously rich. And that's our achievement. That's stupid.
And that's why Zoomers are busting out the guillotine, ladies and gentlemen. We're eating the rich.
Do you know the genetic marvel based as fuck, everybody? That's
So even though Dino is losing the game because he is so based, he may just survive the revolution yet.
Guess we'll see. All right.
I can pretend to be furniture really well, like Sherlock Holmes level. I'm pretty.
Or a Slughorn in the Harry Potter movies.
And of course, the millennial bringing up Harry Potter because that's all they have anyway.
Wow, Caleb, wow.
That was such a slap in the dick. Wow. Oh, man. Caleb, never seen this side of you. You're so vicious.
Yeah.
I'm feeling nasty. It's a new year. It's a new me. I'm sad, but I'm vicious, dude. I'm letting it out this year, man.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving it behind.
The head of the Sex Pistols, too. Sad vicious.
Sad. That's so good. All right. Dino's on a bit of a hot streak here with 4,000 points, but Atlas still has a healthy lead. Let's see if we can fix it here with question number 11. Before Wojaks and Pepe, there were these. This meme format pioneered memes as they are today, and they are known as, are they dank memes, rage comics, or trollolols? There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know you're a little bit of meme history here. So that is where the
That's
Al
my
thing
meme
comes
history.
from.
This is when you were just like, "What's reading?" And then
It brings me
no,
joy
this is
that
what taught me
Atlas
how to read.
history can be relegated to one page of drawings. That makes me feel joy.
kind of, it was like that, and Icon has cheeseburger. Like that shit
Yeah.
was like coming up when I was in high school, middle school.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this would have been like early middle school, maybe like late elementary school for me. But I also got down with the Rage comics, and this is what exposed me and my whole generation to memes as they are, and we kind of just took them and made them a lot more sad. Which is pretty cool.
That's a good description. Let's be honest. That's a fair and accurate description.
We took them and made them a lot more sad.
Yeah, but they're still funny. So maybe that's the secret to our depression. Is that
maybe we should highlight that Dino, the genetic marvel, has the highest answer streak.
Dino is on a hot streak right now. It's kind of wild right now. Dino's kind of popping off in the game a little bit. But we only have a couple questions left.
Let's see what happens.
Question number 12. Another who is this? Another old school internet video character. Is this Salad Fingers,
Shit.
Spoon Man, Spoon Fingers, or Salad Man? This is an old school YouTube video, super viral, and you guys got it.
I should not have gotten that. That was definitely a guess. Where I'm like, no, he's definitely not Salad Man because he looks like a green goo.
I knew it was something with the fingers. It was either the salad fingers or the spoon fingers, and that looked more like not a spoon.
Definitely not a spoon. Spoon face, possibly.
Yeah,
he did have a round head, but salad fingers, those did look like lettuce. Yeah.
So fair. That is in fact Salad Fingers. Where the spoons come in is that Salad Fingers had a fixation with rusty spoons. If you've seen the video, he's like, I like rusty spoons, and that's the video. So I watched that video many times as a Zoomer, and many other Zoomers will also recognize that character. And you guys got it. You guys are down with the Zoomers.
5 in a row for Dino.
He's 5 in a row. Can he top it off with 6? Because we are entering our final.
My generation is great at topping things off. Let's be honest.
Dino specifically is great at topping things off because he is not liberal with what enters his mouth. Anyway,
not pyramids. Not pyramids. Not good at topping pyramids.
Not good at topping pyramids.
He's what's referred to as a power bottom. Go listen to the Max Malecki episode after this one. The What's Up Power Bottoms.
Why not? Sign up to my OnlyFans, everyone.
His OnlyFans, because of course his house is so hot that it's OnlyFans inside of his bedroom.
No. I own a home with air conditioning centrally, sir.
All right, whatever. We get it. Generation of wealth. Ooh, income inequality. Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final question of the quiz here. According to 100% of Zoomers,
oh my God,
Gen X and Millennials are boomers, the reason the world is terrible and doomed, cool, or fun and incredibly easy to troll. Nice. So we would have accepted any of these 3 answers except for cool. The only wrong answer in that question.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But you guys are total boomers, and you've ruined the world for all of us. But we get to troll.
How did we ruin the world for? We're the ruinees with you. We like you.
Hey, I'll admit it. When I was young, I threw garbage out my window when I was driving. That's fine. I changed, but I did that. I'll that's fair.
So, you guys overall did not too bad. Not too bad. With Dino with 7 out of 13, and Atlas got a 9 out of 13. So, Atlas, congratulations on being the coolest with the Zoomers. You knew about our history. You respected our culture. Dino, you did better than I thought you were going to do, and you were based as hell earlier in the previous questions. So I think the revolution just might spare you as well.
In full disclosure, I'm also very high. So
that's how you enter.
Normally, I'm a piece of shit like everyone else, but
we can pass the ceremonial pipe around the circle at the campfire, in front of the burning Starbucks next to the police precincts, and you guys might be cool with a revolution after all.
All right.
You guys just might be cool with the Zoomer revolution. So these were the ones that you guys got wrong. You guys, I'm surprised that you got the Belle Delphine wrong, Atlas.
I knew the incident. I did not know the person's name. That seems to be like there are people who at my workplace who I have met several times that I cannot remember their name, and I see them like once a week.
I get
and like, yeah, no, I'm completely terrible at names.
The names are hard.
I have to have a conversation. If I've had a conversation with you, I'll remember your name and face.
Yeah.
But if I just got to introduce you, like, oh hi, you're gone. I'll remember your face just because my brain works that way.
Yeah.
But I won't remember your name. Maybe
Same.
on purpose. I don't know.
Either that, or it's one of those things where like when someone introduces themselves to me, I will make a point of saying like, "Jim, did you say?" Like trying to put it in my brain, and it just doesn't work because I have too many Homestar Runner quotes in there, and it just bounces off and out into the universe. Like, be like, "Jim, did you say?" And then it bounces off like no probalo, and then it's out. It's gone forever until I meet Jim again.
Yeah. That's horrible. You might need to get checked on that.
I think I do. I think I do. Let's be honest.
My thing is, and especially if you have an interesting name, that's a 50-50.
Oh yeah.
If I'll remember you, but also if you actually made me laugh, that 100% I'm going to remember you. I'll remember you, our conversation, and multiple details of anything you said. Just because my brain makes room for quality. Just because, let's be honest, I got quantity covered.
Yeah.
So you guys seem surprised at this question here about XQC making over $8 million a year.
He looks like a loser. Let's be honest.
He looks like a loser. Well, he is.
You look at him, you're like, you're a fucking dork.
Dino, he makes $8 million a year by definition
that doesn't make
of
him
capitalism.
good. If I've learned anything from these Zoomer children, it's that what. Making money isn't what life's about. It's about being cool. And you know what? Listen, I just passed 14 days of non-smoking. Smoking's fucking cool.
Congrats.
Smoking's fucking cool. I should take it up again. This is some bullshit life, okay? I am bored. I haven't seen the sun in 2 weeks because if I leave the house, I'm running to a convenience store. Like literally, not fast. Let's be honest. More of a meander or a lumber. A quick lumber.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I gotta super clip that. Just yeah.
That's to the convenience store. Guy, why is there a tube following you? He's like, that's not a
Don't answer. Don't answer.
Palmo.
You give me the smokes. Yeah. No. I'm straight up ready to murder. If this guy's if he's in Quebec, then I can go kill him. That's fine. Because he doesn't deserve success.
So what made you want to quit smoking?
I've smoked for probably 15 years straight.
Wow.
Before that, another couple years. So I smoked when I was a teenager because I was cool, obviously. Then I quit. I quit for around 7 years. And then I went through my divorce. And my divorce really made me feel bad about myself. And then out of left field, I found out that, no, I may be a piece of garbage, but she was worth garbage. So,
okay.
And that, but I was like, I need a joint or I need a pack of smokes. And someone's like, I don't have a joint. Want to get some smokes? I'm like, smoke. And there's
weed is legalized in Canada, right?
Not then. That was 15 years ago, man. That's a long time. That's like 2006 when I started smoking again. And then, so Christmas Eve, I was like, I ran out of smokes and I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And then I murdered everyone on my street. Pretty much.
You would too, like
definitely with my own two hands.
The problem is that you're wearing like the "Hey fuck face" shirt. You already got the look of like a Unabomber that didn't like leave.
But
the
I'm
cabin.
peaceful. Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh. That's true. You got the live, laugh, love. So
but it's also Skeletor. So.
Also, Atlas, I just noticed your background's different from the last time I saw you.
I have moved into my new apartment, which
man,
Yeah, you weren't here during the episode with John D. Ruddy, but my Wi-Fi hadn't been set up yet at the time, so I had to just do it from my phone. It was awful.
Oh, that sounds so bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So yeah,
It was hilarious.
My desk is in the living room now. The Aussie painting is behind me still to like keep the spirit of my old place. But yeah, I live with my wonderful girlfriend Katie now. So
Wow.
Yeah.
We covered this in the last episode, but I wanted to say that I'm like the Aussie poster, because it's always blurred out.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an Aussie version of Mr. Sparkle.
Oh,
where it's like there would be all like not English words. And he's like, oh no, it says English words. I was like, no.
I mean,
it was Mr. Sparkle.
I just did it for the sake of, you know.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's cool. I thought because of the lines behind it, I was like, Mr. Sparkle, but Aussie, which means it involves drugs. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe Tide Pods. It's a coming together of generations.
Oh yeah.
We're coming. See, look, all we need is some common ground, and if that's going to be Tide Pods, then God damn it, I'll put some on a communion tray, and we can partake in the ritual together.
I feel like what I really would want is some like Uber nerd to figure out that Tide Pods are like explosive or something, and then we could like attack people with it. I think that'd be fun.
Well, that's creepy.
No. Like you remember those little explode? Like so, remember we don't really have many good fireworks up in Canada, right?
Yeah.
That whole life is important, don't kill people kind of thing. But I remember going to Florida and you would get those little exploding little thingies where you just throw them and they burst.
Oh, the spark rocks, right? Throw
I
them
don't
on the ground, they go.
Like pop or something, or pop pops, or just weird things.
Oh, the things that came in like the little yellow box that kind of looked like.
And they had like wood shavings in there so they wouldn't explode, but a lot of them would still explode.
Yeah.
So you'd open them and be like, why is it all black? And they're like, can we get another one? But they were cheap. And we would, the funny thing is, we would throw them, and at first we were throwing them close to each other's feet, because I'm the youngest of 5 kids, right?
Yeah.
So we were horrible to each other.
Yeah.
So we would throw them close to each other's feet, thinking, well, you can't throw it at flesh.
Yeah.
And then by accident, we threw it at flesh and realized that's survivable.
That's survivable.
Yeah,
Oh
and
God.
that went horribly wrong. I'll tell you that right now. It went horribly wrong. People got in the face. It was really fun. It was a great story, but no pictures because no evidence. So, but yeah, that's why I'm like, if Tide Pods could work in the same fashion, and you could just like throw them over a fence, I think it'd be.
Oh my God.
Especially with multicolored, if it explode like a paint bomb or a glitter bomb, I think those are valid things to bring life joy.
Is it weird that like I feel almost wrong doing laundry with Tide Pods, because usually when you do regular laundry with detergent, it's pour it in before you throw the clothes in. Either
you don't pour it in.
Well, okay, if it's like a top-loading washer, you got to pour it directly into the tumbler.
You still pour it in the middle because that has a releasing function. But go on.
Yeah, so but I'm saying you do it in there, then throw the clothes in, or if it's a little like thing that like a little something that pops out, you pour it in there and then close it.
A drawer. Yes.
Yeah, a drawer. But with Tide Pods, you just throw them in the laundry with your laundry. And I just have this like fantasy or like nightmare of you open it and your clothes are just colored in orange and blue, because it just like to me I just imagine
tie-dye has never been cool, but I think
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to watch. I feel like that would be a Supreme thing. Just gonna say.
maybe.
I mean, it's possible that it already is, because I mean, Supreme will sell anything with the logo on it.
There's a
for like
crowbar with
$300.
Supreme logo. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I
A
kinda want
literal-
crowbar.
A literal brick.
Really?
There's a literal Supreme brick, and it's
I feel
like
like it would be
$400.
a brick that has a string attached to it would be Supreme, but just a brick, I feel like that just disappears.
It's literally
That's
just
waste
a
of money.
brick that it has
Yeah.
like Supreme like implanted on it.
I know Supreme is a company, and I know what the logo looks like, but when I hear Supreme, my brain immediately thinks Diana Ross, and it just makes it so much funnier for me.
Oh, my mind goes to tacos. I'm like, Taco Supreme. Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But Supreme, yeah. No, that's... people are like, are you here to buy the crowbar? And someone's like, they have a crowbar? I'm getting the crowbar. You're like, yeah, I would definitely get the crowbar. Out of all the things, I'm like, crowbar? Yeah, for sure.
I saw a funny thing.
Seems
Saw a funny
ridiculous.
thing about the crowbar, where it was like, "Yo, let's get like." There's like a Supreme store and a bunch of people outside, and like people were like, interviewing people online, and he was like, "I'm here for the, I'm here for a crowbar." And they're like, "Yeah, you trying to get the Supreme crowbar?" And he's like, "Wait, it says Supreme on it? I just wanted a crowbar."
And then it's covered in like lettuce and tomato. That's what makes it supreme.
Lettuce and
Sour
tomato,
cream.
sour
It's got
cream.
Sour
a
cream.
little dollop of sour cream on the end.
And Diana Ross, she's there too.
All right,
No, you press a button and it sings at the other end.
all right. We're 45 minutes into the episode here, and I just wanted to say that nobody noticed that I shaved my face or cut my hair, and I'm upset about it.
I did notice because you look prepubescent. I'll be honest with you. I didn't want to bring it up because I was like, maybe he got gum stuck in it. I don't know. I don't want to.
Well, to someone listening, they're just like, I don't even know what he looks like.
That's
so,
true. Yeah.
whatever.
To people listening, they're just like, I mean, I know he sounds handsome, but like, it doesn't make any sense. Anymore.
Okay. All right. You believe.
I sound very thin at times.
Sounds very thin. Yes.
The funny thing is, so this past week in making clips for Generation Dan, which you can check out on our website or Twitter, on our YouTube channel, which is Generation Dan Pod, or the Twitter, which is Generation Dan.
Yeah, just Generation Dan.
Just at Generation Dan.
Yeah.
And I was looking for pictures of Caleb. And on his Facebook, I went and I'm like, all the pictures that I'm like, I see there were a couple current ones. And I was like, okay, I took a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back and I'm like, well, maybe he has a younger one because he's still young, right? He's still wet behind the ears. And I'm like, oh my God, he looks so young. And then he came on screen and I'm like, he's a time traveler. I'm like, what happened to his face?
Wait,
You look so young. Well, this is the thing, is me shaved. I too look young. Now that I'm bald, not so much. But when I was younger and had hair, I definitely look young without the beard. So I noticed her. I did not know if I should mention her or not. I don't know. Did you want us to mention it? You said you feel sad now. Yes.
Listen, I just wanted to feel seen, because
Okay.
listen, here's the thing, right? Sorry, handsome guys, because I had to shave the beard because I felt like I was nerfing myself for too long. This year, I'm like starting a new me. And shaving the face, I mean, my jawline is so sharp that it can like cut diamonds, and I had to let it out.
You have a little bit of butt chin too, so
I got a little bit of a butt chin, which I think is traditionally sexy. Look at this Adam's apple, dude. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm pasty as hell, but I mean, it's
the
just
only one
to bring visibility,
He's the only one out of the three of us who's actually thin. I had to shave my mustache and beard for my Halloween costume this year, and I'm halfway to double chin. It's coming, and like the beard is
those
the
are
only
rookie
thing.
numbers.
Yeah, the beard is the only thing keeping that from being visible. So,
well, here's the thing, Atlas, is if you really want the secret to getting thin, is break up with your girlfriend, and you will lose 20 pounds. I kid you not.
No.
Not me. I went through a divorce. I gained a lot.
I eat my feelings. That's
dude, I got dumped. I lost
true.
20 pounds, dude. It's what happened because
I
went the other way. I didn't eat it all.
I will come to Colorado and I will slap you across the face. Because...
Finally, someone's gonna freaking make the distance to see me, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I just want to feel seen, man.
I had some crazy shit happen to me at work this week.
What happened?
All right, so I do medical records for a doctor's office, and this guy called, and he does that thing. You know how if you're answering the phone for like any business or whatever, there are those people who won't get to the point of what they want. They're just like, so I'm calling because I was on a phone tree. This guy is silent generation, so like. Born in the mid-40s. So he's like, so I was on the phone tree, and it took me a really long time to get to you. And I'm a patient of this doctor, and blah, blah, blah. So he just goes on and on and on. And I can't shout at them, what do you want? You can't do that as much as I really want to. But I just kind of wait. I did the thing where I set the phone down and waited for that magic word anyway, right? Anyway, I need this. So he finally says, anyway, I pick up the phone and actually listen. He goes, anyway, I need my records sent to my new doctor. And I was like, okay, great. So I set that up and I'm like, okay, it's on its way now. And then he goes, By the way, are you Anglo-Saxon? I was like, I don't really find that prevalent to the conversation. And he goes, well, if you're learning English, you are very coherent. Thank you. And I was like, what?
Are you Anglo-Saxon?
Okay, couple things. I don't know whether to be offended that the question itself is racist or that he assumed that I wasn't white. Because I barely know English anyway. That's my only language. And like 2 words from French. That's it.
What do you know in French?
Je parle un peu français.
Which you
Je
don't.
m'appelle Atlas. I know a little bit of French. That's what that sentence means.
Oh.
Yeah, which you
there's
don't. That's great.
Yeah. Or a few words in ASL, which is horse, water, cat, dog, which is like patting your leg, and then abortion.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
don't forget.
No. But anyway.
I feel
So
like someone not listening to Atlas's comedy and then see him do abortion and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I
Yeah.
missed something here.
oh yeah, for people listening,
It's a weird time to get people interested. Yeah.
you pretend to rock a baby and then kind of pick it up out of your hands and throw it away. That's
Yeah, as if you were rocking garbage and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't need this garbage. I'm going to throw it away. That's the gesture, and it's horrible. It's horrific.
Rocking garbage is like a rare look into Dino's early childhood.
Rocking garbage.
That sounds
Rock-
accurate.
Rocking garbage is actually a pretty good name for like.
You know, would you say that this is like an accurate like depiction of just like your mother like, when you were young? Just
No, more jagged corners because there are boxes
okay.
in there.
it's okay.
Sounds
Why do
accurate.
you guys?
It sounds
Why do you
accurate.
guys have bags of garbage next to you? Why?
Because we're prop comics, dude.
Oh my god.
In my defense, I also have like a bag of treats that I'm shipping out. So
I also have like empty cans of Coca-Cola. I have like half a bag of goldfish, dude. I'm prepared.
Snack that smiles back, motherfucker.
Yeah, someone's got to smile at me because
Hey,
I'm not
which-
doing it.
have you
Which
guys ever had
version of
Jolt Cola?
goldfish?
Just straight up regular, bro. Just normal.
Oh, okay. The Parmesan one is the best one in my opinion.
Those are all right. I don't know. I like the regular ones because like there's the simple, the classic. They're not too much. Some people like a lot of Zoomers. I noticed really like the flavor blasted ones. Those are too much. Those are too much.
That one's a little weird, yeah.
I
They're a little
feel like
much.
your veins would glow a little bit, and that is a definite risk for Caleb because he would just like glow. I know I had some flavor blast goldfish. My bad.
Yeah,
Very
no,
distracting in the dark. Can't go to the movies like 3 hours within of eating them.
I can't smoke actual cigarettes either because of the radiation that it puts inside of your body, and it just turns me into like a fucking glow stick.
This is the thing, is like technology is changing, and at the same time though, like there's definitely gonna be some weird shit coming very soon. And some of that, like, okay, if you ever watched which one was it? Batman Beyond, where they had these splice characters where you could inject DNA and you would like you'd get now like snake eyes and stuff like weird shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But it obviously went too far, and I'm like, that's the time I'm really waiting for. Like I feel like I could transfer my consciousness into a robot. Possible, most likely a centaur. Let's be honest, or some sort of giant robot meant on evil. But like, I feel like I'm like just on the cusp of it. And I'm like, I really don't want to die before that comes to fruition, because like I saw cool stuff. Like the internet started great, took a long time. So I'm like, come on, we're close. Glow in the dark veins. Come on, that makes it easy. You know how hard it is to get a vein on me.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a thing with like I have one good vein and it's in my right hand where it's like a kind of Y shape. And every time I've gone to the hospital, they'll be like, okay, where do we find a vein? I'm like, just give me a second. And then I'll put my hand down and the blood rushes to it.
Right.
And then you can see it. And then when I went into the hospital for that seizure stay, which again, there's an episode for that too. They had an intern trying to put the IV in me. It took her 6 tries.
Six
tries. Which is like, dude.
Oh my god.
Even after I pointed out, right here, it goes right here. Look here. And she's like, no, I gotta put it. I'm like, okay.
So
Fucking
interesting.
interns. Yeah.
So last week.
Yeah.
What day are we at? 8th. So
eighth of the time
not
we
this
record
past
this.
week. The week before,
Yeah.
I had a biopsy. So I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they were like, "Listen, you got to come at 8 o'clock because that's when the lab opens. They're going to take blood samples from you, and then we're going to get you prepped for surgery." Okay. So I went in there, and sure enough, the girl that brought me in, she's like, "Okay, come on in." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And she seemed not skittish, but less comfortable. And I'm like, I have that effect on people because I'm the size of livestock, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's not something I'm unused to. But then a girl came in who very attractive, but she had like she was very young and just kind of like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And I was already telling the nurse, and I'm like, "Hey, listen, my veins are more asshole than me, so you know, just best of luck. I'm gonna look away now. Have at it.
Yeah.
If you have to just carve me open and pull it, that's fine too.
Oh my
I'm
God.
game. Like, it's whatever." But sure enough, she looks at this girl who just walked in, who was all like, "Fun times," and she's like, "Oh, this might be for you." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Oh, are you a wizard?" She goes, "Yeah." Just no hesitation. She's like, "Yeah, I'm a wizard." She walks up, grabs the thing. She's like, "Pop." I didn't even feel it go in. It was like boom, instant. I was like, "You're a wizard." She's like,
Oh yeah.
"I really
No,
am."
Yo, is it?
you definitely want the nurse who's been there like 20 years too long.
No,
And
man,
she's
she was like, she looked like she was 15 too.
oh
I'm like,
damn.
she was definitely a wizard. Like,
Oh,
there's no
okay.
question. She was some sort of sorcerer or sorcerer. I don't want to judge.
Yeah.
Supreme in her field of expertise. And I kept on giving her compliments. She's like, "Thanks, I'm pretty awesome." I'm like, "You should get a raise. Like, your weight in gold. Maybe put on a couple pounds. Get some extra, like bonus."
I will
And she
I
was
will
like,
give you much gold for
"Oh yeah." I'm
yeah.
like, "Hey, you shouldn't be hanging out with these losers, and you should like have an operation because you are definitely a wizard." She's like, "Thank you, I appreciate that." But she also looked like she was 15, so I'm like, "We shouldn't really stand together. You're making me look horrible and creepy." So yeah, it was a fun, interesting. That freaks me out. Like,
Yeah.
now, like, I'm a happily married man, so people are like, "Oh hey," like, I remember going to shows and one girl kind of assaulted me, like, not like aggressively, like she just started touching me, and I'm like, "Can you stop touching me?" And she's like, I'm just gonna go under your shirt." I'm like, "What the fuck? No, you're not."
You're
And
just
she's
like,
like,
it's time to stop, right?
And we're bringing it full circle.
"Hey, that's that was." I was like, "Can you not?" I'm like, I was just like, "I'm happily married. Can you just stop touching me?" And her friend was like, "Yeah, you can't touch him." And she was like, "But I'm hot." I'm like, "Number one, you're not that hot. Number two, I'm happily married. Can you just back off?"
Yeah.
She's like, my God, what's your problem?" I'm like, "You're my problem. Stop touching me. You're freaking me out." And you
Man,
think wearing shit like this that people would be like, "Hey, maybe that guy doesn't want to get felt up, just for chance."
man, Dino's getting all felt up by hot girls, and he's married, and I'm like, dude. Okay, so I try to put myself out there like a little bit,
Yeah.
somewhat like maybe like a couple weeks ago, just like it was more to like prove to myself that like I could still do it, that I could still like
Been there.
put
Yeah.
myself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there was like this really cute girl working at like this crystal store in Boulder. Okay,
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
and
Hold on.
yeah,
Let's just start there.
yeah, we can
Okay.
start there. We can start there. We can unpack it.
Okay. So, is this your preferred crystal store? Or do you live close by? Is it on your daily route? Is this why you know where it is? Or
None of the above. None of the
Okay.
above. So I was
Sure.
in Boulder with my mother, and we were going to an escape room.
Awesome.
And before the escape room, we were just kind of walking around. Boulder has like this mall called Pearl Street. It's like an
Okay.
outdoor mall, kind of.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
basically
Okay.
just like a street with stores on it, right?
Yeah.
And there's a crystal store in there. And we were just like, let's pop into the crystal store. Let's see what's good. And there's this like really cute girl working at the crystal store. And I was like, oh, wow. Like she's cute as hell. We were talking a little bit. And I don't know, like maybe my radar is off, but like it seemed like there was like a decent interaction happening.
Yeah.
We were talking, and we were like, all right, we gotta go to the escape room. We left, and then after the escape room, we were walking to go get some food at this pizza shop next door. And I
Mhm.
look into the crystal store again, and I see her, and she was like talking to someone, and then she like kind of like stops, kind of talking to him, like makes eye contact with me, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in. I was like, oh
Okay.
shit, I'm in. We made eye contact. I'm in. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
I
developed a
see.
game
I
plan.
see your perspective. Okay.
So I developed a game plan. Okay. And what
Okay.
I did was we got food, and my mom got a cannoli, and the cannolis come wrapped in
Hold
like
on.
this.
Hold on.
Okay.
When you passed, eye contact was made.
Mhm.
She had a physical. She changed her physical direction to, hey, to make eye contact with you. Yes?
She was kind of facing this way, kind of looking out the window. We make eye contact, and our eyes match like this as we're walking by.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
Did you wave or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't wave.
Okay.
But we got food, and my mom got a cannoli. And so first of all, my mom got a cannoli, and like she opens up the cannoli and she's like, "Oh, what is this?" And I was like, "It's a cannoli." She was like, "Why is the stuff inside of it?" I just wanted like the chocolate thing, and I was like, "You didn't know that cannolis had filling in them?
Yeah.
Like you didn't know that they had filling in them?" She was like, "No, I just wanted the shell." And I was like, "Jesus Christ, Mom."
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just thinking there's a reel going around on TikTok and Instagram where they've stitched it with a guy making a Chicago pizza where the sauce is on the top.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "There's not enough cheese on there." He's like, "Sauce is on the top." "No, there's not enough cheese on there." "Sauce is on the top." He's like, "The sauce is the goddamn top, you son of a bitch!" And I feel like that was the conversation that you had about the cannolis. Please.
It was very similar. It was very similar. She was like, "So I don't want this." And I was
I feel like most Chicago pizzas are just lasagna.
Hold on.
Lasagna.
They are very similar to lasagna. I'm not a big fan of lasagna either.
I like lasagna, but I don't like Chicago where you're supposed to eat it like a pizza. Just give me a fucking knife and fork. It's lasagna.
Listen, lasagna is just shitty spaghetti with extra steps, and I can't stand for it.
Wow, kid.
I can't stand for it.
I can make you a lasagna that'll change your mind. Just so you know.
All right.
7 different cheeses.
Yeah.
And about 9 layers. It's top tier. Anyways,
we've been over this before. If you would just adopt me already, then I could taste your
I
delicious
haven't made
lasagna.
my lasagna. So this is how someone else described it. Sorry to cut you off, Caleb. Do you remember eating something and then you find out it's going to be there and you remember the taste and then you try it and it tastes just as good, but most often it doesn't match up to your memory? Do you remember that? Have you experienced that? Yeah. So mine actually outperforms the memory. It's that good.
Damn.
Yeah. It's actually, it cost me about $100 for like a party tray of lasagna. $100. And it's fucking awesome. Anyways, Caleb, I feel like you tried to gift that cannoli.
So yeah, you see where I'm getting at here.
Okay, friend, continue.
You see where I'm getting at here. And listen, it's not a very climactic ending, but what I did, so the cannoli was wrapped in tin foil. That was the first problem. Okay. But what I did was I went to the counter and I was like, "You guys got a marker I can borrow? Like a Sharpie?" And they're like, "Sure." So I'm trying to like scribble my number onto this tin foil.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it's not going well. Like I have to like scribble it out once because like it didn't, like, you couldn't tell what the number was.
Yeah.
And
it's not a 7 or a 4. What is that?
Yeah. And I write my name on it. It literally looks like a kindergartner. And I was with my mom earlier, so the whole thing was just kind of shaping up to look like it was some kind of just like I've been homeschooled and I've never been outside of the house before, and this is what I thought like dating was.
This seems accurate. Yeah.
So I go back to the crystal store with this tin foil of cannoli, and there's like a bunch of people in the crystal store now. By the way,
that's even worse.
Oh no.
And she's like talking. She was like talking to someone, and then she like kind of stopped, and then she sees me. And then I walk back in, and then she's like, "What's up?" Like that. She was like, "What's up?"
Listen, okay, let me just be very clear. Her response at that point is surprising, and you should be happy with that because from here on, you actually had a shot. I'll tell you, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have had a shot. But up until that point where she was like, "Sup," okay, you actually had a shot. Continue.
So I walk in and I was like, "Hey, do you like cannolis?" I couldn't think of anything clever.
I like how the confidence of putting your number on the tin foil is like peak confidence, and then as you get closer to her, it like wanes off, and you're like,
"Yeah." It's literally like my confidence is like a linear graph that goes down.
Yeah.
like it starts off super high. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna give her this cannoli." And I would be like,
"Hey, girl,
"Sup,
I got
girl?
you a cannoli.
Sup, girl? I heard you like sweet things. Well, I got 2 of them, and one of them's in my hand, and the other one's the hand that's giving it to you. You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
But I walk in,
okay.
and then everything just melts down, and I'm like, "Do you like cannolis?" And she's like, "Yeah." Yeah, I guess. And I was like, so I was eating lunch and we got this extra cannoli and I was wondering if you wanted it. And she was like, yeah, that's super nice. Thanks. And I was like, okay, cool. Here you go. Have a nice day. And I left.
Oh my god.
Didn't even acknowledge my number was on there. Didn't make any kind of effort to like extract any more information. I was just like, here's a cannoli. Goodbye forever, basically.
So you were like, the only way that gets worse is if you go, I was at lunch in parentheses with my mommy. Aw, buddy. You know what? I gotta commend you for trying.
No.
No?
Not even that.
No. Not even doesn't count.
No.
For Dino.
You know why? Number one, you didn't deserve success at that moment, sir. You didn't put any preparation, okay? You were walking in on your laurels of the customer service agreement, okay? You actually had a shot, which you shouldn't have had. And then what did you do? You whipped out your wiener, and you're like, that is inappropriate for the school, the customer service relationship. You don't whip out the wiener. You have to wait to be asked to whip out your wiener. Okay?
Inappropriate.
Hey, you like cannolis? Which, number one, never say that to anyone ever again. Just, hey, I brought dessert. That's it. And the fact that you said, listen, I may be jumping the gun, but I thought I'd bring you dessert. Maybe we get a meal sometime. Is corny, but people will like it.
Yeah, I didn't even make an offer to do anything.
No, nothing. That's the killer. And I'm telling you, so number one, you would have been in if you said, like if when you made eye contact when you were passing back, and she made eye contact, you should have. So this is the line of communication. I don't know if you're asking for advice, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Good, yeah. Let's do it.
Is that it's every interaction has certain permissions that it has to follow. So it's the opportunity for a conversation, and then you have to kind of one-up each other to show your interest, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that she actually physically made eye contact with you, which even though it's through a glass, is a bare minimum to show you aren't horrible. That's right.
Yeah.
But what you should have done to say, oh no, am I good or not horrible? Where you should have stopped, backed up, and been like, hey, and just get a wave. If she waves back, you're good, not horrible.
Yeah.
But you were like, I'm gonna keep on walking, and then shenanigans and tomfoolery, sir. Shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Well, here's the thing: is I was walking with my mom, so if I stopped, my mom would have stopped, and then it just looks like this awkward, like familial joint effort where we're just sitting there, like smiling and waving at this girl.
No. You don't stop and wave. It's a single individual wave, not like waving. Just say, hey, open hand. Hey, what's up? Just.
Oh,
hey.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
cool with
That's what cool people do. Okay,
yeah.
Number one. Number two is what you letting your mom stop or forcing her to stop also shows her priority in that conversation. You're actively doing something that can be put on hold in her interests of possible communication, right? They're very. Listen, I am. I'll be honest. I look like this because that's God's way of balancing the world. My communication skills are way too good. If I was good looking, I would lead a cult. Let's be honest. Like, there's a very good chance I still might lead a cult. So,
I don't know. Charlie Manson was pretty fucking ugly, and he was able to lead a cult.
He's also very small, which is very peculiar because he's like pocket sized. It's
Get
very peculiar.
Dino, start leading a cult.
I think it'd be a good call. I think I'd make a great warlord. That's for sure.
Warlord, yeah.
Like,
you could definitely.
Very just punishment, but also, we work hard, we party hard. Fair. Top tier drugs. None of that weird, like, purple cocaine. Just regular white. It's good. As for any foreign listeners, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I still want to give, like, this was your first, like, attempt at getting back out there after a breakup, right?
Yeah, so and the thing is like, I was kind of half hoping it wouldn't work anyway, to be honest. because
No,
like I
Don't
know
lie.
for
Don't lie.
well, here's the
Don't
thing. I
lie.
know for a fact I am not doing another like relationship or anything right now. There's no shot. There's no way I'm doing that to myself, dude. There is absolutely no way. Because
Yeah.
to be real talk for a second, like so far, like up into my life, like I have never made myself a priority. And
Sure.
so I feel like now, like that I'm a
Which
little bit older.
It's totally normal. Let's be very
Yeah.
clear. That is a normal thing. Not right. It is normal to go through. Continue.
Yeah. But I feel like now that I'm like at a point in my life where one, like this breakup has happened, yes, it hurts a lot and it sucks. But it's also kind of presented myself with an opportunity to be like, all right, you know what? This is my time. Okay, this is me time right now. I'm working on myself. I'm going to appreciate myself because so far, you know, I like Kanye West said, I've been crowdsourcing my self-esteem. You know what I mean? Like I've been trying to find like that security and that feeling of self in another. And I feel like that's another reason maybe why my relationships fail because I'm not secure within myself. So now I have the opportunity to find that security and to be comfortable in my own skin so that I can bring that to the table in whatever relationship I find myself in next.
A friendly suggestion. A lot of people will argue about semantics that it's unnecessary. My love of language and also the fact that I know Greek know that English isn't descriptive enough, so it is very important that you use certain words, right?
Yeah.
So instead of saying it's me time or it's my time, no, it's I time. I'm alone and all of my focus is on my inner person. It's a weird thing, but I see exactly what you're talking about. And I'll be honest with you, you're probably about 10 years early. So good thing, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, you're good, right? Like
Head of the curve.
Yeah, it's the path is the path though, right? Like it goes like nobody knows. Number one, you have to start it. That's fair. Nobody knows how deep you have to go before coming out, right? Like it's very much an internal chrysalis situation, but you're like, I may come out as a horse. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very when you understand the principles of it. So like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. It's you focusing on you. Yeah, you're number one ahead of the curve. Which, being a comedian, also you're already saying, oh, I can see my problems loud and fucking clear. Let's make people laugh, right? So that's fair, right? It works. Sorry, Atlas. You seem like you have something to say, or you're just taking that. I'm not sure.
Nope. I was pretty much good. I'm still gonna give Caleb credit for trying, even if like it's not like.
Wow, the story alone is fucking great. Like,
yeah.
You like cannolis?
The cannoli incident.
Hey, I saw it coming. As soon as your mom's like, "Well, I don't really want it," and I was like, "No, immediately."
It's coming.
I was like, "Oh, that was a bad decision." Because you know what? I could feel like, listen, man, I was not always the guy I am today, right? Like there was a time, like I saved myself for marriage. Okay, a lot of people don't like that, and even when I was young, that wasn't cool. Now, I'm not saying that there was a lineup to stop that from happening, but I had opportunities. So, like in the same way, you think to yourself, you're like, you know what? This is a great way to talk to somebody. Number one, giving strangers food that is not in its original packaging and looks like it's been opened. Not okay. Not okay anymore.
Yeah, that's a little creepy now that I think of it.
Yeah, like that in and of itself is like, so I open it and try and write my number, and I'm like, guy.
Well, no, I didn't write it on the inside.
I
didn't write it on the inside. I wrote it on the outside, so it didn't look like it had been opened. In my defense,
roofie cannoli.
Hey, trust me. Yeah, it's a roofie cannoli. That's what she thought. She was like, all right. Like, yeah,
cannoli. Where I was just gonna like hide out back at the crystal store, just hope that she eats this cannoli.
100%.
Just like Hitman, like extract her out
like,
the back.
This is the thing, right? Life is about extreme, and depending on how extreme you've experienced, depends on your logic process, right? So, I was in a bank robbery. I was at work. The bank was robbed, right?
Okay.
That is a very jarring interaction, and it's very, very memorable and horrible and all sorts of things, right? But you learn a lot.
Yeah.
In that fact, like, so you don't know what her experiences are with receiving random food. So
maybe she has trauma related to cannolis. I don't know.
also, she just may have very cannoli specific trauma.
Yeah.
We don't, and like maybe she dated a guy who called something else a cannoli. Hey, do you like cannoli? She's like, I hate like you went in there not prepared for her saying I'm allergic to Italian food. Just like
no, I was prepared for 0 scenarios.
What if
which for you? But
what if there was like a thing that right now somewhere out there, this woman is like, so there was this creepy guy who was with his mom.
100%.
Yes, absolutely, that's happening. She told her friends immediately.
And then she'll come across this podcast one day and we'll be like, oh, that's me.
There's a very good chance that that's going to show up on a customer service Reddit.
Oh, it has to.
She tried to hit on me with a cannoli.
Yeah, an opened cannoli. This creeper came in. I was like, "Hey, you like cannolis?" While I'm talking with somebody, and then threw it at me, and just left. There was a series of numbers. I feel like you wrote your phone number in there, and with a dash, so she's like, "There's just a series of numbers."
He just scribbled hieroglyphics on a cannoli.
Why did he write the lyrics to "Never Gonna Give You Up" and then 8675309? Why? That's 2 different songs from the 80s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like.
So a little bit of a swing and a miss for your boy here, but
no. It was.
You know what?
You have a test run. You have 0 invested in it, and if anything, you learned a lot.
I learned never open the cannoli.
Never open the cannoli.
Yeah.
And you have to have dialogue prepared for any outcome.
Right.
Because if she's like, I'm actually allergic to cannolis, and you go, all right, see you later, right? Like now you're just a twat. So you got to be like, no, this is for me. Your dessert is right here. And then you go, I'm going to double down on
play
perf.
some point-and-click games from the 90s. Go play Secret of Monkey Island.
Okay,
That'll help
there
you
we go.
Dialogue choices.
If I can get this octopus out of a well or whatever the hell that thing is, then I can.
All right, so thanks for listening to Generation Dan. Where can they find us and follow us and all that good stuff?
I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. You can find me if you just Google it, but if you don't, then Dino the Genetic Marvel on Facebook, on Instagram. I have a Twitch account, which I use to broadcast some shows, as well as the D&T Network is a YouTube channel I started with Tim Loss, and of course here, Generation Dan or Generation Dan Pod. And you can even email us and just give us a like, share, subscribe. There's going to be tons of clips. There's going to be a whole relationship section apparently now. And just going to go with pipes. It's fun.
Pipes.
First of all, I want to say thank you guys for participating in the questionnaire for the survivability matrix of the Zoomer Revolution. You guys did well.
Right. We're going to do a millennial and a Gen X version of these sometime in the future, too. So whenever we decide to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stay tuned for that, for sure. Right now, I am only on Twitter at Caleb C. McDuff. But stay tuned into my Twitter, because big things are happening for your boy this year. And I'm excited. Things are in the works. Things are happening. So just stay tuned. You'll be the first to know about it on my Twitter. And also, if you're into cannolis, you can hit me in the DMs on there as well. So maybe we can talk about our enjoyment of Italian desserts.
If the woman that you approached with a cannoli would like to be a guest, we would love to have her.
Are you fucking serious?
I go back to the crystal store and be like, so you remember me? I'm
no.
Also, maybe do you want to come on a podcast?
I feel like that's the only way you could get another chance. You'd be like, hey, so listen, I know that I'm a weirdo. And
matchmaker episode.
Oh my god.
I could do it. I could pull it off.
How funny would that be? Actually, like you guys like each like find like a single girl and just like bring her on the pod. It's like a matchmaker episode.
Not
oh
doing
my
that.
god. Not doing that.
You can find me at Atlas Novak on Twitter or Instagram. If you're watching, it's right here. But you can also follow my other podcast at Nexus at Night in those same places. It's about a trading card game. If that's weird to you, completely understandable. Or you can follow the show at Generation Dan. We sprinkle highlights from these shows throughout the week. So if you want to watch little minute-long clips, tell your friends, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a review, tell a friend, give a cannoli to a stranger, said add Generation Dan on something. Would very much help us out.
At Generation Dan, send us your pictures, and we'll retweet you, and we'll give you
our first merch is going to be an open cannoli box with one cannoli bite out of it, and it's going to have, let's say, follow Generation Dan on the inside of the box.
Oh my god!
And the box is going to be ripped for sure.
All right.
Draw that.
Well,
anyway,
thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.
Bye.